Okay, so for the past 6 months I've been liking fashion. I've been liking it. It's really like the thing is like fashion about like it's overtaken everything to be my number one hobby. Like, I think about clothes at morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night. Morning, noon, and night. Noon and night. I have a Pinterest that has 600K followers that I post outfits that I make. But how did I get here? That's actually pretty. It's actually pretty. But I won't. But how did I get here? It's a pretty. It's pretty. It's a pretty messy history. I'm not gonna lie. So I would say I started with. I used to listen to music. I listen to music a lot, and that's what influenced my fashion taste. Like I would like if I had to say my biggest inspiration for my fashion taste, it would probably be Jonathan Davis. It would be Jonathan Davis from Korn, the lead band singer from Korn, KORN, if you're wondering. But I well the thing was at the time like the only clothes I really had were I didn't really have any fancy or cool clothes unlike my sister. Like she has a lot of them. She has a lot of clothes. But I would wear stuff like these skinny jeans. These skinny jeans and this this polyester hoodie. Like like it's actually good. Like I actually like this graphic. The thing is like I actually like this graphic though. Like if this were polyester, I and not our cop is like things like if you see any hoodie in this color, like be beware this is probably polyester. It's polyester, which I really learned that it's not really a good it's not really a good material to be using. But yeah, I used to listen to I listened to a lot of metal bands, like all types of metal. And I got I got it. I, and I was inspired and I got inspired to dress. I got inspired to dress. I got inspired to dress the way my favorite artists do. So do ooh. And also so my fashion story journey it started like I'm gonna be really honest with this one. Like a lot of people won't be honest, but I started with I think it was probably TikTok. Yeah, TikTok, and you know like honestly I don't know. I really didn't have anything else, but it really but I mean I didn't know, but I remember like this woman. I remember this woman called Emma Rogue. Like I'm subscribed to her. Like shout out to her. Like I hope to see. I hope to see Emma Rogue one day. Emma Rogue one day. Emma Rogue one day. And she would find interesting people outfits, and she would like walk me through your outfit, and tell me how much everything cost. Everything cost. And a lot of people would wear stuff like baggy jeans, baggy jeans. And the first brand I knew of that was not a Nike or Adidas was Affliction clothing. And I really wanted once and like so I wanted to like see how much is Affliction, and it was like $40 for one shirt. Like I mean, I could try to talk my mom, to talk my parents into buy a $40 shirt. But number one, the number one, the graphics are my parents found the graphics scary. But I didn't really have any clue at the time. Like things like I remember so like the first so like let me so back to the pants. The first the first type of pants I truly got by myself was these suit like these were just big pants. They weren't even baggy. They were a khaki pants and jeans. And my mom said like you look like they didn't even like looking I didn't even look good. They didn't even look good. Like I get I literally as I said like all I need is my belt. All I need is my belt. All I need is my belt. Oh, I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I'm glad I had a mom like that. I had a mom and sister like that. Like I would look so dumb, so dumb. But but the thing was like I heard of baggy jeans earlier, like a lot earlier, but I didn't really tend to care about them because I didn't really I didn't really care about fashion like that. So to make it up, my mom want my I could pick a few. No, we went to Old Navy, but this was for my sisters back to school. Not really for me, not really for me. But I felt like it was. I really wasn't in a rush to get any clothes, but I was. But wanted to observe, but wanted to understand, but wanted to have a better sense of fashion more. So and these were my favorite. And these were my first pair of baggy jeans. Like these were they had a retro this is like Old Navy had a retro lineup of pants they had I guess pants that were styles of pants that were popular like flare jeans, baggy jeans. And I was like trying to find baggy jeans. And it's like and I found the Old Navy 90s baggy. Like yeah, and these are all and these and this one's in black and washed black and this one's in and this was in a light blue acid wash. And I just real and like and I also got two shirts that I realized how assy they are. Like a Tupac shirt and a Godzilla shirt in medium. Like it actually made like really like I don't know why a week or two. I realized it made me a fucking twink. But the two shirts. I mean it's two, but there's like one piece of clothing I wear with all my all my with all my baggy pants. And well again it was this hoodie it was this hoodie it was this hoodie. Um, but I really did want but I really wanted affliction so badly, but my mom said no, no. I don't want any. I don't want any negative. I don't want any negative energy, energy. So fast forward to like July. Well, it was yeah. This was in like July, late July or early August. My mom and sister went to the mall. Went to the outlet mall. Was an outlet mall, and I was like, and I want with my new baggy jeans. This is what I wore with with baggy jeans I wore with sandals and a shirt. I even knew this wasn't that my fit was buns. But my mom said like no, you have to change your fit. You have to change your outfit. I wore my white shirt. But I went to but I felt like the mall is pretty good place to observe people's to observe other people's clothing, other clothing stores like mannequins and all that. So so I discovered so I discovered two stores. I discovered two stores, Zumiez and Spencer's. Zumiez and Spencer's. Honestly, I remember like okay. Here's the thing. I went to Spencer's first. Like I never even heard of this store. I never even heard of this store. But I went to Spencer's and got two, and they were having a sale like buy one get one free or $1. I don't remember what the actual sale was, but it was all $30. I got two shirts for context for context, and my mom and there were two horror movie shirts. I said Michael Myers was born to kill, and there was Beetlejuice shirt. Like looking back, and also looking back, those two shirts are also very buns, but I didn't want to return them because I thought they were so tough. So my mom went into the dispensers herself and got it and went to the dispensers herself, self and it returned them, and I just and like yeah, and like thing is like I went to the dispenser beforehand and I did it, and I didn't want my mom to go in there. It's because well, there's I don't know, there's there's like there's 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 toys in there, there's toys that no kid should definitely see, no kid should definitely see, and like think about it, especially like it kind of spooks you. It kind of can spook you out, not because there's anything scary, but like, but like, but I think what's more can be more of a shock, be more of a jump scare is all these big bro, these big 50-inch dildos, and these vagina toys for men, and I didn't and my heart was beating. My heart was like I was actually scared because I didn't want like my mom slapped me and puppet for going into the Spencer's, but thankfully my mom didn't. Mom just said, "Hey, why why you go to the store and buy these two clothes?" The next store I discovered, the next clothing store I discovered was a Zumiez at the outlet, and as much as and they were like the ones that had affliction, but I couldn't afford. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford it, and like I can't get anything from here. Like as cool as it as cool as it was as cool as it was. Like they had like again, this is where around my sister's back to school shopping. So the emphasis wasn't really me getting any clothes, but my mom but but again, honestly, it's not like I didn't want to get affliction. I didn't get affliction because I couldn't afford it, but my mom, it was too expensive. Like at $40 and that and all they had was that, the only quote unquote affordable clothes they had were those stupid ass $25 bids, $12 bids. So it was okay, but I but I learned a decent bit. I learned a decent bit from the mall. I for going to the outlet mall. But what really made me get want to get back as good as I can at a short time was go to is that my sister my sister was going to to that same outlet mall for a friend. It's like our dad was taking us. Me and my sister's dad. Our dad was taking us, and my and I wanted to see like hey, let me see some let me try like and I wanted to like get as good as I can before we go again. And I really want and I really and I really and I went to that same and I went to that end. The thing was like I went to that same Spencer's again and got a horror movie tea. I actually did like it. I really did like it for first for the first for the first few for the first 2 months, I guess. For first 2 months. But that's what was really the only thing again, which really it was really more appropriate for you to get only one item than two or five, because like things when it comes to liking something, it expires. It does. It does. And I went to Zoomies. And I went to Zoomies with my dad. And I got these two. I got these two. I got these two. I want and there were no affordable clothing, but I had to go to so I went to the $25 bit. So I went to the $25 section, and again they had such ass clothes. Like I thought I wanted this flannel. I thought I wanted this flannel, but I knew, bro. You can get that same flannel at shit like Goodwill or Ross or Burlington. So yeah, I would hold that day with only one item item. Also post back to school sale. I all I wanted to do was just get better all day every day. Wanted to get better at fashion, fashion, and I didn't really know how. Like how do I get good at fashion where I can't even buy any clothes? So I was trying to look around, and I discovered this. And I discovered this this feature that Pinterest had called the collage feature, and I really fell in love with I really and like when I used that collage for the first time, it was love at first time. Like first time, like like I've loved it ever since. I can't go a day without doing collages, and I used to get but what I used to do was not use the I didn't know pictures had had pictures had like no had like I had like stuff that you could images that you could actually use and crop. But I manually went on Amazon. I went on Amazon and manually picked them myself. It was actually pretty tedious, but I didn't really care because I didn't even know about the pictures at that point. I just wanted to get better at fashion, and I think I remember them like it was this hoodie, a shirt, some cool design T-shirt, and some baggy pants and some Timbs. Yeah, this was like my first this is my first these were my first like outfits. But that for that point on, I want to just get better every single day, no matter what it took, no matter what it took. And along the way, I discovered brands like I think remember the third brand. I remember the second brand. I remember that wasn't Nike or Adidas. It was Jinko jeans. And I thought Jinko jeans were pretty cool. I never heard of this brand before. Not on TikTok, nowhere. But unfortunately, I really wouldn't get Jinkos because number one, they're pretty expensive. They're like $260 for a fucking pair of jeans. So yeah. So I kept looking. So I kept this guy, and then the other brand I remember discovering was South Pole. South Pole. At this time, no. Okay, let me tell you about the brands I discovered. Jinko, South Pole, Tap Out, and Tap Out, and Extreme Couture. I'll do these every day, and I'll do the every day and post my outfits on Pinterest. And and in real life, I was going out to walk the stuff. It's a kid, and I was going out. I was walking. I was going to places like Walmart, Goodwill. Um, I actually have a lot of department stores that are actually close to me, and I would try and I'll see what I like and try on and try on. Like I'll do that every day, wanting to get those pieces of clothing. Shit's alright. But yeah, I really kept doing that. So the second, so my dad, and the second time, so I'll go, so the second time, I'll go with my dad, go to Ross and get me some clothes, get myself some clothes, and he basically returned all, and I had to return all of them because my mom said they were negative. Like, let me talk, like, okay, let me see, like there was a skull with a snake going through. Like, I actually liked that one, but my mom didn't like it. And then there was a one with a cross, one for cross, with a yellow shirt with crosses on the back. More of it was more like the artwork looked pretty akin to the affliction tap out actually MMA no MMA elite. It looks very similar to MMA elite. But like I don't even understand what was wrong. Like there's nothing look at like there's nothing wrong. Like but she said that I was I guess demonic. But I don't think Jesus. But honestly, I don't think Jesus Christ is gonna care about care about a few crosses that are not in the church. It's only bad if the cross is upside down. That's how I see it. Well, unfortunately, I had to return both of those clothes, and only got stuck with two pieces that I thought I liked, but eventually I kind of grew out of them. So I kept going to my local department stores, and also doing Pinterest, and also making Pinterest collages. And I think but in like the fall, I remember discovering Extreme. I did yeah, Extreme Tour, um, Echo Untitled, Metal Militia, um, and DC. Oh yeah, DC. I think did I already mention DC? Did I already mention DC? If I did it, that I actually did discover it a little like in the fall, like in the kind of like the end of the summer. I discovered DC shoes, and I like and when I saw those DC shoes, I really did like I wanted one ever I really wanted one ever since, which fortunately enough for me I do now, and I really they've grown to be one of my favorite clothing brands out there. so and also I was using the music that I listened to influence my clothing. Like I remember like I use slip I like slip use Slipknot and corn I use Slipknot corn and bullet for my Valentine bullet for my Valentine and yeah like those like I think those three I use mainly and and yeah so so and also I also yeah and also yeah I don't know why I said also but yeah I was really getting better like day by day and and like and by December and now my birthday I went to Ross with my dad for my birthday and got four shirts two affliction, two not affliction. I already showed them. If you want to know what those clothes are, what those clothes look like, you can look at my clothing haul video. My clothing haul video. My but I but I really like those ever. But weirdly enough, I found it very weird that my mom actually let me keep the affliction the affliction art the affliction the affliction clothes the affliction clothes. She never lets me keep stuff like that. But fortunately she did. Um, if I had to say, but if I had to say by play the after fashion is number one. Stop. I want to stop at denim. Like, I already have enough. I have like four pairs of denim. I have I want to go with like I want to get like different types of fabrics like sweatpants, khaki, cargos, like all stuff like that. Number two, what I want to probably besides like a lot again jewelry, a lot more jewelry. But really, I really hope. But I really hope my. But I really hope that you feel inspired by my story and by